Hey guys, and welcome to my stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Wow, I haven't said those words in so long. I want you guys to know that I missed you more than you missed me, and I'm happy I'm back here for you with another video just to give you my perspective on everything that's been going on.
Let's start off with Senator Joe Manchin and what he had to say today on stimulus and inflation.
So, do you think inflation now is a threat to our national security because it continues to rise?
Well, it's a threat to the quality of life that people have and depending on. That's the bottom line. And we've got to make sure that we do everything we can to fight inflation. It's the number one enemy we have.
And on gas prices, the president said 2 days ago can't do much to bring them down. Has he given up on trying to fix this problem?
I hope not. No, we're going to work hard. Basically, we got to produce. We got to get back in action. We got to do everything that we can to have confidence that we're going to produce the energy that we need in our country to defend ourselves, keep ourselves strong, get these prices back down, and be able to defend our allies.
Has the administration done enough to deal with inflation?
We're working on that, and I think my statement today will be very clear where we stand.
But I mean, are you satisfied with what they've done so far?
No, I think there's a lot more we can do. I really do. We have to get back to the leasing process so people have stability. They understand that we're going to be in this game for a while. We can walk and chew gum. That means you can basically provide the energy that the country needs. The horsepower you receive from fossil, you don't receive that horsepower from renewables. Not yet. We get hydrogen going, we get other things going, and geothermal and all that. We can. We're going to get there, but we're not there yet. So you got to make sure you take care of what you have to take care of. Keep the country strong, have the energy that we need to defend ourselves, to keep ourselves strong, to keep our people basically with a strong economy, but be able to defend our allies. And right now we're not able to do that, and we can. We have to do more of it. Anybody else?
You met with Ketanji Brown Jackson yesterday. Are you likely to vote for her?
It's a very good meeting. We had a very good meeting, but I told her very clearly, I says, I appreciate it very much. We had a very solid meeting for over an hour, close to an hour and a half. And I told her I was going to wait until see the hearing of the judiciary because it's a vetting process. But she's a very accomplished person.
Any red flags?
I didn't see any.
What kind of questions did you have regarding her judicial philosophy?
We looked at basically all of her. She's been a judge for 10 years on the district. Now, I've been only a very short time on the circuit. She's had over 500 opinions. We looked at all of those and a wide range of things. And the thing that I was most impressed, I didn't see her trying to interpret the laws that we create. That's pretty important.
Thank you.
So there you have it, you guys. That was Senator Joe Manchin today. Let me know your thoughts. And we heard him say that they're going to be doing more to help combat inflation. They're going to provide more assistance to help out at this time. And we also heard him asked, President Joe Biden said, there's not much more we can do to lower those gas prices. However, there is a possibility that there is a way that people could help pay for those increased gas prices. And that is, people are saying we need a fourth federal level stimulus check. And we actually have already heard this proposed in the state of California. I shared this with you yesterday. And you guys take a look at articles coming out like this today. This is an opinion piece saying we need more checks. Soaring gas prices are hurting Americans. It's time for more stimulus checks. Now, the article says rising inflation is hitting all sectors of the economy. The overall rate of inflation on an annual basis reached 7.5% at the end of January, the highest levels since 1982. Gas prices in particular are rising especially fast, reaching $4.25 a gallon on Wednesday, up from $2.86 per gallon last March. That means filling a 20-gallon tank right now costs $85, which is up from $57.20 last year at this same time, almost double. And jumping down, you guys, listen to this. The fastest and most effective way to protect vulnerable citizens from the impacts of a global economic instability is to provide direct payments through the IRS, similar to the 3 stimulus checks that were sent out to families during the height of the pandemic. So they're saying, listen, the number one thing that helps fight poverty during times like this, we saw, was the stimulus checks. That was the number one provision. Now, it also says that those checks helped low and moderate income households when schools and childcare programs were closed and companies were laying off workers. And they're saying we need to provide these to those families that are struggling the most, and they even want to make them more targeted. Listen to this, you guys. But unlike the stimulus checks, these payments should be targeted directly to low and moderate income families, or those earning less than 80% of the national median income, which I believe is somewhere around $50,000 a year, $45,000, something like that. So they're saying that they want to cut down the income eligibility significantly in this opinion piece. That way, the checks reach those in the greatest need while also limiting the total cost of the program. And yes, if they did that, it would reduce the overall cost of providing a fourth federal level level stimulus check. However, if I remember correctly, I think those third stimulus checks of $1,400, the income eligibility cap was around like $80,000. Well, the average medium household income, I believe, is somewhere around $40,000 or $50,000, and 80% of that would drop it down to like 40 grand. So that would reduce the overall cost, but it would also reduce the amount of people that would be eligible to receive this based on their income. So a lot of people would get cut out. Let me know your thoughts. Should we replicate what we had previously done, or should we do something more like this that'll be targeted, but it'll leave a lot of people out that got checks before, but it will ensure that those who need it the most get it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, I'll keep you up to date on that, and in addition to that, we're hearing that President Biden is saying we need to bring back a major stimulus payment program, and that is that child tax credit. Now, the article says that it was one of the biggest transfers of wealth from the federal government to millions of Americans, moving billions of dollars from federal coffers to Americans' bank accounts and mailboxes. And then, the expanded child tax credit just fizzled out. A member of President Biden's own party in the US Senate said that he didn't think that it was wise for us to keep the expansion going, and that was that. Now, unfortunately, that meant that the monthly series of stimulus checks that parents got to a big chunk of potential Democratic voters also dried up at the worst possible time. This is a midterm re-election year, and all signs point to wiping out Democrats in the fall. And you guys, that is exactly why I say that you cannot give up any hope on any of these provisions, because the Democrats want to keep in power, and they're going to be doing everything they can to try to persuade Americans to vote them to stay in power. And that means, I think it's very likely that we might see new forms of legislation, strictly opinion just to clarify, that might entice people to keep them in power. One of those could be stimulus checks, child tax credits, and other provisions people have been asking for quite some time. And take a look at this tweet, you guys, just coming out this month. Many families pay up to $14,000 a year for childcare per child. My plan will cut the cost in half for most families. Now, here's the thing though. Can they get Senator Joe Manchin on board? Can they do this without increasing the debt? As we just heard him say that inflation is his major concern. But you guys, take a look at this. Will we get the child tax credit in 2022? Well, President Biden has resurrected the idea of extending and expanding the child tax credit, a benefit which, again, got a boost in 2021 on a temporary basis. His renewed push for expanding the child tax credit came in tandem with the warnings last week about the U.S. childcare crisis. Mid-class and working families shouldn't have to pay more than 7% of their income for care for their young children, Biden said as one of his points in his State of the Union address. So you guys, we heard him say they want to bring it back, and they're going to be pushing to provide more stimulus provisions.
Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed you. Hopefully I'll see you here again very soon. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified that whenever I publish new videos for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.